Hello, it's Mark, and I am back with another alcohol-free beer review. This is focusing on low sugar beers that are good for diabetics. So, the last beer that I did was Guinness Zero, which is the alcohol variety of Guinness, and a fantastic beer, well recommended. Definitely think you should go out and buy it and try it. If you like your Guinness, if you like your stouts, that's great. So today, I'm going to be doing a Scotland beer, a beer from Scotland. So I'm not changing the background because this is the Diageo Singleton of Glenord Distillery, which is in Scotland already. So this background can remain. So I'm going to be doing Brewdog. Brewdog are a bit of a contentious brewer for all accounts. It's not something I'm going to go into, but I don't say that I understand exactly why they're contentious, but a lot of people have issues with Brewdog, but we're doing a Brewdog beer. So it's this one here. It's the Elvis alcohol free. It's a grapefruit infused IPA. It sits at 0.5% alcohol, so it is classed as alcohol free. The AF might stand for something else, but it's alcohol free. Now, I have got several other Brewdog alcohol frees here. My wife happily bought me this pack, and if you happen to want me to review any of these ones, go ahead and let me know in the comments. But we've got Wingman, we've got Hazy alcohol free, Punk alcohol free, and Lost alcohol free, which is the lager. I wasn't going to intend to review these. I was going to stick with the Elvis. Now, this you can pick up from some supermarkets in the UK. This one was from Morrison's. A pack of 4 comes to £5, so you're looking at £1.20, £1.25 per can, which isn't too bad. I have drunk a few of these now, so I've gathered my thoughts. But what is it like for its sugar content for carbohydrates? Well, it sits at 2 grams of carbohydrate per 100 mil, so you're looking at around about 6.2 on the can. In terms of sugar, it's 1.6 grams per 100 mil. Calories, it's 8 calories per 100 mil, so you're looking at under 30 calories for a can, which is pretty good. And I said there it's got 0.5% alcohol, so it's not typically alcohol free, but it's low alcohol. So if you can see the graph here, this particular beer for sugars comes in third place. It's just a little bit more than the Guinness. But when it comes to the carbohydrates, it's actually lower than all of the others for carbohydrates. And that's due to the fact that this, I think, has got lactose as the particular sugar. In terms of the process, how do they get the beer to have low alcohol? Well, it's not a removal process, it's just how they brew the beer. So they go for a process where they actually control the amount of alcohol that is going to be produced. If I quickly go and bring up the web page that I had opened previously, they give us a bit more information. So what they say is they utilize a method of brewing that focuses on minimizing alcohol production rather than removing it. They achieve this by brewing beers with specific ingredients and techniques that result in a lower ABV. In this case, 0.5% ABV. So it's about controlling fermentation and about using specific yeasts perhaps and inglow. In terms of the flavour, it's grapefruit infused. Now, a strange one, I think. When I did a search for this, the Brewdog website doesn't mention this in the UK, but there is a variety of this under the same name available in the US. It's not saying it's grapefruit infused, but they do mention citrusy flavour. So I suspect it's a slightly different animal to this one. But what is it like? So as you can hear, I'm cracking this one open and we're going to give it a pour. So again, with all these things, everything in moderation. The fact that these are lower carbohydrate and low sugars are for a diabetic, but you shouldn't go overboard, moderate, but enjoy. So what's this one like? Well, on the nose, that grapefruit is just jumping out there straight away. So if you're not a fan of grapefruit, then you're clearly not going to enjoy this one. But it is sweetie. It is effervescence. It's sending bits of liquid up my nose there. It's a bit fizzy, bit carbonated, but this one is an IPA. So cheers. So the flavour, whilst it's thirst quenching, it's quite weak. The grapefruit is definitely coming through, but beyond that, there's not much else. It is very much a grapefruit influenced drink. The carbonated water is coming across. So if anything, if I was to drink this blind without any prior information about it, I would have said that it was a lightly flavoured sparkling mineral water. If I looked at the colour, then I'll be going, oh, well, actually, that's a bit strange for a lightly flavoured sparkling mineral water. But that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting beer. I'm not getting even a fruit juice. It's okay. It's easy drinking, but it's quite forgettable, to be honest. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's terrible, but it's not a beer. It's not a beer. So for that reason, I actually say this is a bin. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it unless you kind of like the grapefruit. You want something like lighter, but that's not a lager. That's this. Well, if you enjoyed this review, then thank you very much. Please comment. Please let me know if you want us to do any of these other Brewdog releases. But I intend to move on to another brand next time. So cheers and thank you.